Hello friends, and welcome once again to Determined Living. In today's Motivational Monday video, I'm going to begin a series for the next few weeks where instead of you listening to me, I'm going to turn the camera on to some other inspirational individuals who, like myself, have lost a good bit of weight. What I'd like to do is allow them to share their stories, and we're going to ask them a few questions so that hopefully folks like you that are joining in with us can get some helpful tips, learn a little bit from them, from their experiences and so on, and hopefully we'll be able to help you in your weight loss journey. So in today's first video in the series, I'd like to introduce to you my beautiful and sweet wife Lisa, who has agreed to sit down with me and answer a few questions for us. So, sweetheart, my first question for you is, what was it that inspired you or motivated you to want to begin your weight loss journey?
So in June of last year, the beginning of last year, I had struggled with vertigo. So as of June of last year, they wanted to run a test for me to kind of see what the cause of it was. But the table that they had here in Chambersburg that I could use had a weight limit, and I was over that weight limit. So I would have to go to Hershey to have this test done, which was months of a weight limit. And eventually I just never had the test done anyway. And then a couple of months later, I had nerve issues in my neck and had to have an MRI done, which again was, I had to do the larger MRI and barely fit at that point as well. So it made me realize that I needed to lose weight, not just to be healthy, but if I needed medical attention or had to have different things done, I could have those procedures done and not worry about if I was going to be maxing out a weight limit, or if I was going to have to see a specialist, or if I was going to have to go to Hershey or Johns Hopkins. I didn't want to have that. So that was my point where I was like, you know what? You need to lose weight, not just to be healthy, but to make sure in the future if I needed anything done, that I could get those procedures done.
Sure, and I'm sure you are not the only person that's ever happened to, and so it's wonderful that you've agreed to share. And not only, I'm sure, would it make you uncomfortable physically, but it has to, be uncomfortable emotionally, and just not being able to get onto a regular table there and so on for the test. So absolutely, I can understand. I'm glad you're sharing. My next question, when did you begin your journey, which you've kind of just answered, I think, and what steps did you take to begin?
So it was about June of last year, and I didn't go gung-ho at first. I would start watching what I ate. I would use the Lose It app, but not every day. I would still have cheat days, and then, it was kind of back and forth, but it was always like that was my progress, or what I wanted to achieve was to lose weight. So it started about June of last year. But my manager group at work decided to do a weight loss competition in February. And so I'm a little competitive. So I kind of took that on. And so most of my weight loss has been since February of this year. But I technically started probably around June of last year.
Which has, I'm sure, helped because not only are you doing it at home with us, but you're also doing it to compete at work. So before I ask my next question, will you share with everybody how much have you lost?
I've lost now 112 pounds since I began.
And that is amazing. And still working toward some goals, right?
Oh, yeah, I still got about 60 pounds left I want to lose.
But yet that's incredible. And so, and so again, I just wanted to share with different people so that you all get different perspectives, coming from different individuals. It's not just me, of course, that's lost weight. I'm going to be talking to, like you, my sweet, to represent the women, maybe some younger people, some perhaps older people like us and maybe even older. So I'm just trying to get different views, different perspectives from different individuals. All right, so for my next question, what have been some of the positives that you've seen or discovered during your weight loss efforts?
Well, one, now I can have any kind of treatment I need. I'm below any weight limits that would be would stop me from that. I also get told I look a lot younger now than what I used to, so I'm really happy about that. And you know, you just feel good, like when you can buy a smaller pair of pants, or a dress, or shop in a different store that you've never shopped in before. So all those things are just, I think, positives, and it helps your self-esteem, because now I don't always have to shop at certain stores that charge way more for clothes, because women who need to buy clothes there, they're robbing you blind. But you know, so now I have options, and which really makes me happy.
And two, the Hogue family, we're headed to Walt Disney World in 14 days. And you know, not only the examples you've given, but now, you know, no worries with flying.
Yeah, no worries. No
now,
worries with roller coasters.
I don't ride rides, but I was going to say, if you all want to ride rides,
can't wait.
No worries for that, too.
No need to look around and think, okay, am I going to fit on this ride?
Exactly.
That person's bigger than me. I'm thinking I'm going to be okay. And then you may not be okay.
Exactly. So lots of opportunities. Lots of positive. Perfect. All right. How about, if any, what have been your struggles or weaknesses during your weight loss journey? I know I have mine. I'm sure you have yours.
So for me, I still like hoagies, and I still like all these things that taste so good but are so bad for you. And my biggest weakness is potato chips. I love potato chips. Grandma Utz's potato chips are the best. So I really struggle, and so sometimes I have to be like, okay, I want that, so I get the little tiny serving bag that's one serving, and I know that's all I can have. But potato chips are a huge thing for me. I haven't had soda in months and months and months, and I can eat ice cream, but I can live without it. Potato chips and a really good hoagie is like my go-to. But so that's really been the struggle, and just like trying to like figure out like when that craving comes, how to satisfy that craving without like completely going off the rails.
And you know, mine is not potato chips. I can go without potato chips. It doesn't matter. You did mention ice cream.
That's yours.
There's one of my major ones, ice cream. And keep in mind, nobody's sponsoring us, so hashtag Grandma Utz's. Not that I'm promoting potato chips, but
oh, they're good.
You know, I know they're your favorite.
They are.
Absolutely. All right, and then my last question for you: what tips, what words of advice, or perhaps what words of encouragement would you offer to others, like these folks who are watching today, who feel that they too need to lose weight?
So my tips and advice is, if you've had a bad day, great, embrace it, you know, and move on, and then start over the next day. Other things too, also, I'm a lady that's in my 40s. I've also had a hysterectomy. So, you know, all these things can keep you from losing weight, especially if you're a woman past your 40s. But I tell you, you know, just keep at it. Make sure that you are, you know, writing everything down or keeping track of your food, because it is amazing when you think, I'm going to have a cup of something, and then when you really find out what a cup of something is, or a bowl of cereal, it just really changes your whole perspective when you're actually tracking and when you're actually measuring. We have, I don't know, 6 or 7 measuring cup sets in our house again now, because of how much we use them. So just keep at it. Have bad days, but move on.
It's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world.
Nope, and it's going to happen. Even I have bad days, which, you know, I've shared about in the past. I'll share about in future videos. Had one just the other day, but that's for a later video. All right, well, I do want to thank you very much for agreeing once again to answer these questions, and hopefully this will be of help to a lot of you who might be watching today. Looking forward to next week as well, when, and I won't tell you who, but I'll be talking once again to another very inspirational individual who, like the two of us, has also lost a lot of weight. So hope you've liked the video. If you do, certainly hit the like button. If you find it's helpful, be sure to subscribe to the channel. You know, that way you're not missing any future videos. And I hope you'll join us once again next week. Remember, each Monday I do share Motivational Monday videos. So looking forward to next week's presentation with you. Thank you so much for visiting today. Have a great day and be blessed.
Good luck.